I first got interested in the idea of going to Mars when I was 3 years old.
And liftoff. Liftoff.
She wants to be the first or one of the first to go to Mars.
She's a regular kid with a dream that she's willing to pursue.
Spaceflight is very risky business. You have to take it serious, or you will die.
If the option was to go to Mars and never come back, I would still want to go and be a part of the mission.
To the ancient Romans, the planet Mars was symbolic of blood and war. But to many people today, the red planet may hold the key for a bright new future for humanity. The story of Mars began about 4.5 billion years ago when gas and dust swirled together to form the fourth planet from the Sun. Mars is the second smallest planet in the solar system, with a diameter just shy of the width of Africa. In fact, its entire surface area is similar to that of all of Earth's continents combined. Much like its terrestrial cousin, Mars is dense and has a rocky composition. At the center of the planet is a core made of iron, nickel, and sulfur, which may have created a protective magnetic field during Mars's earlier years. Enveloping the core is a rocky mantle made of silicate minerals and a crust rich in iron. These iron minerals react with the trace amounts of oxygen in Mars's atmosphere and rusts, giving the planet its signature reddish hue. While its blood-like appearance inspired the ancient Romans to name Mars after their god of war, the planet's rusty color could be considered symbolic of the planet's prime days long past. Today, Mars is dry, desolate, and cold, with temperatures dropping as low as negative 225 degrees Fahrenheit. But billions of years ago, the planet was much warmer, more geologically active, and had a watery surface. Lake beds and river valleys snake along the face of Mars, indicating that liquid water was, for a time, present. Volcanoes, such as Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system at 3 times the height of Mount Everest, once erupted lava. But by about 50 million years ago, soon after Earth's dinosaurs died out, Mars's volcanoes also went extinct. Water on the red planet still exists today, but mostly in the form of polar ice caps. Because of factors such as the presence of water, some scientists believe life may have existed on the red planet and may exist again. Since the 1960s, space programs from around the world have launched missions to Mars in attempts to understand the planet's past, present, and potential for sustaining life. Life on another planet may well be out of reach for the near future. But if any planet could give us hope, Mars may hold the key to the survival of humanity.
When Alyssa was younger, I remember Alyssa coming to me and asking me, had human beings ever been to Mars? And I explained to her that, we'd been to the moon, but not Mars, but it would be her generation to become the Mars generation and go to Mars.
Hey, this would be something really cool. Go into space and then land on other planets.
Little did I know that I would be raising a child that I'm supporting to leave this planet.
I do everything that every other normal kid does, except on the side, I'm training to become an astronaut and go to Mars.
Kids are always told, you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whatever you want to be. Alyssa has heard that, but she has accepted that I'm going to have to work really, really hard to get to where I want to be.
She's the youngest to ever graduate from Advanced Space Academy was the first person to complete all NASA's space camps in the world. Got her rocket license before getting her driver's permit.
Currently, I have my basic scuba diver certification and I'm working on my advanced.
She's doing the International Baccalaureate, so she's doing college level classes in 10th grade.
Multilingual education, so she's taking her classes in 4 languages, English, French, Spanish, Chinese.
She's got the right mental attitude. She's doing everything that she can physically here on Earth to prepare herself for that journey to Mars.
I don't think there's anything specifically that kind of makes it easier for me or makes it something that others can't do. It's just something that I've kind of really focused myself on what I want to accomplish.
By the mid-2030s, I believe we can send humans to orbit Mars and return them safely to Earth.
Going to Mars is absolutely essential for continuing of the human species as a whole.
It is very important that we keep exploring because it has already been said that a single planet species will become extinct. Just going to Mars is that first baby step in showing people that we can move on from planet Earth, which is kind of like our little cradle now.
We're destroying our own planet. If we don't continue to explore, we could end up not having a planet to live on.
So even though there are a lot of risk in going to Mars, I believe that the rewards are so much greater. Yeah, space is a dangerous place, and yeah, there's so much that I'm giving up for it, but at the end of the day, there's so much good that can come from this mission. The big plans for Mars is eventually terraforming it, change Mars to kind of become like another Earth, to have a second home for humans to live on.
That's checkmate. Booyah! There are companies that want to send one way and colonize Mars, and then there are people like NASA and ESA that are working together that want to have a return trip. So I still have to look at it as a father that I'll have my child for 20 more years, and then I may not ever see her again. And that's hard. But for what she's wanting to do, I have to support her. I have to let her go. It's bigger than the two of us.
We know that the next 20 years together is going to be important because we know for sure that those are 20 years that we can spend together. Obviously, it's not the best thing to be telling your daughter to go on a mission to Mars and leave the planet, but I still know that he supports me anyway.
Every time Alyssa talks about having to go to space and how she can't get married and how she can't have kids, it makes me sad because I'm saying, oh, she's gonna leave me one day. But then I remember, we might as well live now, and when the future comes, we'll be able to accept it because we didn't waste time.
It's cool.
There are a multitude of challenges to become an astronaut. You have to have the right mental attitude, you have the right health, you have to have the right skills. Last year we put out a call for the next cadre of astronauts. We had thousands apply and we're accepting less than 10.
The biggest challenge for Alyssa is just trying to get everything done that she wants to have for her unique resume.
Specifically for the Mars mission, I would say that they're even more precise about who they want for that mission. So thinking about all that motivates me to put in the hard work now that I know to build up kind of a good resume that helps me stand out from others when I do apply.
The opportunity to be one of the youngest people that's ever ventured into space, to be a trailblazer, a pioneer, I think this is everything she's always wanted to do.
Just recently was accepted to Possum Academy. She's the youngest person ever to be accepted to that program.
Basically everyone who's ever gone to this program either has a college degree, either has a master's, either has a PhD, or is working on any of those. So they're all a lot older than I am. What Possum Academy is, they are preparing people for spaceflight. I will actually be certified to go to space.
I think it's really significant that Alyssa is a girl who has this huge dream to make it to Mars. She is someone that girls can look up to and say, hey, look at what she did. Look at what this girl did who was the same as me once.
So it is important to inspire kids and also adults. You can't let anyone take your dreams away from you. No matter how crazy it might sound, follow that through and never give up on your dream.
The 2033 mission that they've always talked to us about, that's when the sun is going to have the least amount of radiation going. That's when Mars is going to be the closest that it's been in thousands of years. That's when they'll have the technology perfected. Yes, if she was a few years older, a few years younger, it may not be working out, but the way doors have opened for her, it is definitely destiny working its hand that this kid is meant to go to Mars.
And liftoff.